As we all know, Donald Trump's poll numbers for months now have been absolutely horrific, and he is in fact underwater on every single issue in most polls. Some polls still have him 1 or 2 points in the positive with regard to, quote, border security, but on the overall handling of the issue of immigration, he is basically underwater across the board. And on every other issue, polls just keep getting worse. But for the first time in this administration, the second time around, Donald Trump is now underwater with Republican voters on quite possibly overall the most important issue there is. The issue of, is the country headed in the right direction? 51% of Republicans, a slim majority, but a majority nevertheless, say no, God, no, the country is not headed in the right direction. 2 months ago, only 29% of Republicans said the country is not headed in the right direction. So in 2 months, the number of Republicans who said we're going in the wrong direction as we have full Republican control of everything has jumped by 22 points in a new Associated Press poll. That is shocking. But honestly, it's also not shocking. The reason I say it's not shocking is because we kind of figured. After all, what's been happening in special elections all over the country, including in red areas of the country this year? Republicans have been underperforming and Democrats have been overperforming. Even in elections that Democrats have lost, like the one in my district here for Matt Gaetz' replacement, the Republican won. But he won by a smaller percentage, and the Democrat did even better than the Democrat did last November 2024. Happened in another red district in Florida in another special election. Democrats are overperforming in areas of Florida, in South Florida. We're overperforming in Michigan. We're overperforming in Wisconsin. We're overperforming in Iowa. Overperforming everywhere. Why is that? It's not because Republican voters suddenly decided, I'm going to be a Democrat now. Part of it has to do with the fact that even though the Democratic Party has historically low approval ratings, which is true, voter enthusiasm on the left is still like super high. So we may not like our Democrats, but man, we're excited to vote for them. It's weird, but it's what's happening. Over on the right, voter enthusiasm is in the toilet. And they're not switching over to Democrats, like I said. What they're doing is nothing. And that's honestly one of the worst things the Republican Party can experience. Hell, we saw it in elections this week. Republicans are disillusioned. Republicans are sitting out. The reason I say that sitting at home is worse than these Republicans even saying, well, I'm going to be a Democrat now for Republicans, is because a voter that switches parties is an indication that this person is always open to going back and forth, right? Maybe I'll vote for it. Maybe I'll vote for that. Maybe I'll go over here. Maybe I'll be in the middle for a bit. But a voter that stays home, that makes the conscious choice to not put forth any effort, that's where your biggest problem is. You can win voters back if they switch parties by not being a horrible piece of crap for one cycle. The disillusioned voters, the ones who have given up, it's because their entire perception of this party and the other party and no parties, they've become jaded towards all of it. Getting that person back in the system, back in the cycle of voting is harder than it is to bring somebody back into the Republican Party after they've either become an independent or even switched over to a Democrat. And that's the problem the Republicans have right now. Republican voters are watching as they finally got their disgusting little wish. We have the House, we have the Senate, we have the presidency, we have the entire federal court system, including the Supreme Court. We control all three branches of government. We control all of these state legislatures. And we're now, as a country, headed in the wrong direction, according to most of those Republicans. Like, holy hell, wait a minute. Are we the baddies? Are we the problem? Sure seems like more and more Republicans across the country are starting to come to that realization. Thanks for watching, everyone. You know, we're inching closer and closer to 1 million subscribers, and we're aiming to hit that goal before the year closes. So if you aren't subscribed to the channel, please do so, and don't forget to like, comment, and share. Thanks for joining us as we head towards this huge milestone.